Testing, 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 audio testing. Is this thing gonna work this time? I don't know. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. In the last video of this 1998 Ford Mustang 4.6 GT, the audio crapped out and I lost like 20 minutes of audio on my footage. I had to speed everything up, do a voiceover. I was really upset because it was a really good video. I mean, it still worked out to be a good video, but it wasn't as good as I thought it could have been. Anyway, since we're on the subject of last video, we were doing a set of ball joints on the front here. The front lowers were binding up and the steering was sticking. If you want to go back and look at that video, just check in the links down in this video's description or in the pinned comment and it'll take you back in time. So anyway, while we had all this apart, we put, we took out the front struts slash shocks. We replaced the rear shock absorber units and we are now in a position to get the fronts reinstalled. So what I'm going to do is we're going to run these up into the hole right up there, and we're going to come around and get these guys bolted back in. Then we can get the steering knuckles back on and we'll get the brakes and whatnot tossed back on this thing. I've already taken the liberty of changing out those tie rods. They were kind of sticking and I was afraid they weren't rotating as well as they could have. Which would have contributed to the binding condition that the front suspension had. Additionally, in that other video, we also found that it had a torn steering gear bushings, and I've also ordered a set of those. So in this video, we're going to do some reassembly action, and then we're going to prep for the next phase of the repairs slash mechanical restorations on this Mustang. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a better video than the last one. Opening the hood. Well, let me rephrase. It will be a better video just as long as the audio does not crap out again. And if it does, then, well, I guess we'll deal with that as we have to deal with that. So, there's our first strut. The nut is on. That's in position. Let's tighten that down some, and then we'll get the passenger side. All right, let's get some torque on these nuts. These are nylock nuts. I'm reaching down, hanging onto the strut cartridge. Begin tightening now, please. Good. There's our nylon. All right, strolling on over. Let's take our replacement strut for the right front and get this guy installed next. All right, strut coming up through the hole. There we go. Let's put our grommet on, and our spacer, and our washer, and our nut. There we go. I'm gonna pull back. Let me show you. We're gonna pull on the strut this direction. It's gonna put a side load on the shaft, and that will allow enough friction to tighten down the nut. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's run this thing up in the air, climbing over the paint mess. Let's get her back up to a good working height, and then we can get the front knuckles and the brakes installed. Okay, back at the driver's front, dropping my nuts. Let's get rid of that on the ball joint. And we'll go ahead and bring in our steering knuckle. That thing set up and bolted on. There's our nut. We're nutted on. We're gonna get it nutted on. All right, let's get in here with our wobbly bit again. 24 mil. We're gonna tighten down this stud. Click. Okay, we need to raise this back up again, and we're gonna get the pole jack under it because I need to relieve some spring pressure, or get this aligned rather. I need to move this control arm up some to get our bolts to fit into place. See that? We're hanging down about 3 inches too low. So let's go hit the button, raise this up, and then we'll get that set up. That's good. I got a feeling this is going to assemble much quicker than the disassembly, because I don't have to fight with pullers and hammers and air chisels and all that good stuff. So let's crank this up. I don't like that. We need more leverage against it. All the way at the end. There we go. That should suffice, says me. Yepper. Keep cranking it. It keeps lining up. As soon as we're lined up with those bolt holes, we can stick the bolts in. And again, just like the rear shocks, I'm watching the lift arm over here to make sure I don't pick the front of the car up off of the lift arm. Because then it could fall off and that would be bad. There we go. Close. We're getting closer. And I'm taking some weight off the lift arm too. A little sketchy. But it's okay. More. A little more. Half an inch. Right there. There it is. That's it. Just for now. That's one. And the other, they actually go in from the other side, but that one was easiest to get in at the moment. There we go. Okay, one nut. And my other nut, where'd it go? Begin threading, please. What are you doing? There we go. Number 2 coming in right there. Oh, yeah. All right, impacts coming in. Let's hold the other end of the bolt. And that one, I'll leave it loose until I put that caliper bracket bolt on. All right, brake rotors coming in next. Let's get that guy in position. Caliper bracket. We'll get this unit bolted on and then we'll get our top bolt right there. Yeah, this is going together very nicely. 3/8 impacts coming in. Oh, look, yep, that did not. It didn't give me the space that I needed. Oh, no worries. Let's take it out. Then we'll put it back in. There we go. .24 on the big top bolt. Tight. All right, let's get our brake pads rehung. We've got some witness marks on these, so the circular part here, that indicates that that is where the piston and the caliper is touching, so that's our inboard pad. And the outboard pad has the 2 witness marks here for the fingers on the caliper. So that one is our outboard pad. Shapes and colors. So let's give that slide pin a good wipe. It's got a bunch of dirt and dried grease on it. Yeah, that's good. Let's get it with some purple lube. Load that up nice and thick like. You know, folks were asking in the comments about this car, how does it have stuff that's so worn out at 50,000 miles? And it's not so much the wear that has done it, it's the age and the lack of use that has done it. See, all this lubrication, just like that brake lube, has ultimately dried up and caused these conditions. So we need to undry it, re-lube it, and of course replace the components that were necessary. Found a brake issue here. That slide pin is sticking. I must confess, I overlooked that earlier. Didn't notice. Let's see if I can't get this out with the air impact driver. It should just come right out of there, then I can clean it up and re-lube it. There it goes. Got it. Lack of lubrication it does strange things. Okay, let's get that. There we go. Get that in there nice and deep like also. A lot of this is gonna like rub off when we go to insert the pin. But if I get enough on there, we'll have sufficient lubrication quality. There we go. I need to do this without tearing the little rubber seal in there. Or have to take the seal out, put it back in. Yeah, I might have to do that. I don't know. How do I do that? I can't get the shaft in. The hole's too small. What is this? Here, I'll try to pluck this rubber seal off. Let's see if it comes out or not. It should. Ow! Ow! I poked my finger. It should come out. Maybe the other side. I wonder if it's an insert. It might be a full length insert that runs through this thing. Yeah, no. We'll just wiggle it a bunch and press it till it capitulates and does what I want. That rubber on, there we go. Put it back. Got it. Yay! There's our bolt. Let's get that guy in and thread it in, torque down. Oop. And aligned. Gotta get it all aligned properly here. Well, this was supposed to go easy. Why did I say something? What I've done? A big mouth. Happens every time. T50 for the win. I do not see problem. This stud is not wanting to thread. What's going on? I'm not getting it aligned properly. It's not. Something's wrong here. It's the rotor turning is what it is. I need to put down pressure on it to fight the spring clips, but the rotor is wanting to come back this way when I do that, so I'll put a nut on it, one of the lug nuts. There we go. Yeah, we'll tighten that lug nut down. That's going to hold the rotor in place. Then we can hold the caliper down. Now I can get that bolt in and start it. There we go. Well, that was easy. Good. Click. Woo! Okay. One side, that one's good. Let's let down our pole jack here. And we can check this thing for any binding action to make sure that we, in fact, did solve the problem. And much better. Look at that. No sticking at all. Sweet. All right, moving around to the passenger side. Wrench and repeat. All right. All right, let's lug this thing up in the air here. Get it down over the stud. Let's get our nut on. Good. Impacts coming in. Wobbly impacts, of course. Okay. All right. Come here, jack stand. That was loud, wasn't it? Obnoxiously loud. All the way at the end for proper leverage. Okay, let's run this thing up. And we'll get our bolts aligned. Now these bolts are going to come in from this side. They come in from the front. We'll leave the top one out / loose so we can get that bracket for the brakes, just like the driver's side. Keep cranking that up right there. Top bolt, and it's in but not all the way. Let's go ahead. My jack stand's in the way. Miscalculation, no worries. Now it's out of the way. Okay, let's move on over here and get our nuts on. Where are my nuts? There's one. Okay, let's get this bottom one torqued down and tight. Get on there. Peace. Click. Nice. Rotor's coming in. Need to bend my backing plate out some. I guess it got kicked or dropped or something here. I broke it, kinda. Just gonna flex it. There we go. Rotor's coming on. And then again, around to the side. 2 bolts for the caliper bracket. I really did tweak that backing plate a little bit. I don't remember doing that. I wonder what happened. Everything's a hammer. Even electric tools. Beautiful. Alrighty, same as the other side. Brake pads going in. There's our outboard. Sit you right in there. Inboard. Likewise. Let's push our rotor flush. Bolt it on. So it stays flush. And now we can lubricate our slide pins and caliper. We'll give that a bit of a wipe. Get rid of the old nasty crud. There we go. And some of the purple lube. Get the purple all over it. Okay, let's back her up. We'll get our caliper. Slide that over the pin. That's the fixed pin. And the other pin is going to be the bolt, which, oh, that one's a little stuck in there too. Okay. So considering that the other side was very difficult to remove, I'm not going to pull this one out all the way. Well, it was difficult to put back. So I'm going to try to not pull it out all the way this time. Getting it past that rubber lip was a bear. So I would like to avoid that this time. And we'll just pack this thing full of grease from both sides. There we go. Much better. There, now it slides again. Beautiful. And we are threading. Perfect. Torque 50 coming in. Caliper clicks achieved. And that looks like one nice good free ball joint. Good to go. All right, let's raise this thing up again. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this from the chair. We're gonna go down below and we need to take these bolts out of the steering gear and change the bushings in that power steering rack. All right, we're back down below, driver's side, passenger side over there. This is the 2 bolts that bolt the steering gear to the frame. We need to pull that nut, and then probably push those bolts through. That way we can drop this thing down and pull it back some and extract these bushings here. So let's see how this is gonna go. That one came off, no problem. Good. Check our other side. These bolts here should actually be turning. I wonder if they're rusted in. Nope, they come out. Good. Tink, tink. All right, let's pry bar this steering gear away from the body some if we can. I want to leave the bolts in position. Just get behind these little mounts here and pry this thing off without breaking it. There we go. Let's get it from the other side here. See how we're sliding it off those pins? That's what we want to do. Now, the only thing really holding this steering gear in position after we get these pins out is going to be the steering shaft and the lines and hoses. So I have to make sure I don't drop this. Break some stuff. I don't want to do that either. Come on out. I'm taking care to not pry against the rubber boots here, because that could break my boot. What are we stuck on? What's the deal? Steering shaft? Probably. Well, we got one side. Let's pull that other side apart. We're pretty close on this side. We've got the thing almost off of that pin. I think the steering shaft is holding me up on the driver's side. It's kind of annoying. Just can't seem to get. There we go. Try it more. Come out of there, bushing. Oh, more maximum pry action. There we go. Okay, let's get our replacement bushing in. Push that out, slide that in, push it down. There we go, that's one. We'll get the outer bushing after we get the inner bushing on this other side over here. That one's kind of being a bear. No matcher, we'll get it. Here, let's get rid of that old one. That one stayed stuck. This rubber on this side is swollen. The issue is it's been exposed to a bunch of oil, because the oil filter is right above us, and when you do oil changes it drains down on all this and then it saturates this rubber right here. That one's on there good. Yeah, so that rubber's all swollen and it doesn't want to come out. But we're gonna make it. It shouldn't be that hard. It only takes, the book said it takes 0.6 hours to do this. I think that's a little inaccurate. Come here. No turning back now. I mean, worst case scenario, I gotta take the steering shaft off. We'll be fine. If I can get all this rubber out, there we go. Now, I should be able to sneak a new rubber grommet in over that shaft. There we go. Or I'm digging myself a hole here. Could be doing that. Get on there, please. Hammer time. Okay, so that grommet's in. So we just got to maneuver this steering gear back over that little peg. Again, more pry action. Ooh, I'm stuck. It's got to come out this way and bend back. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting it. Right? Just like so. Beautiful. Look at that. Right over the new grommet. Or bushing. Grommet bushing. There's our outboard. We'll pry hammer that one in. And then push our bolt through. And same thing on the other side. So let's see. New bushing. That's that one. Slide that guy in. Hammer it in. Do whatever you gotta do to get it in. Good. I'll reach around, push the bolt through. Now we can bolt it back on. All right. All right, big washer going on. Same thing on the other side. Oh. Get on there, washer. There. Oh, going backwards. Impacts coming in. Get this guy tight. Click. And one more, uno mas. On our driver's side here. That bolt wants to push back into it, so I need to hold it. There we go. Impacts coming in. My bolt is turning, so I need friction. Watch this. Just like with the strut. Got it. Awesome. Okay. The steering gear has now been rebushinged and grommeted. This section of the repair is good to go. Let's get out of here. All right, tie rod time. I believe these went in from the bottom. Did they not? I think that's how they went. I guess we're gonna find out. Try again. I need to turn this. Yeah. And the survey says, and memory serves, it says it goes in from the bottom like so. That's correct. So we'll get our nut on. Come here, nut. Please. Come on, I'm dropping it. There. And some forward click action here. Bend that thing out of the way. A little bit more. Got to line up the cotter pin. Good. All right, let's, whoa, gravity. Let's get our pin through the hole there. It's a safety mechanism. It keeps the nut from coming off just in case it wants to come off. So we'll pull that through all the way. Seriously, what are we doing? Did you hear what I said, cotter pin? Go through. Yeah, we're fine. Oh. Bend that up and over and down. And then I'll take this other one, bring it around the side. Like so. Nice and pretty. Let's go on back to the other side and do it one more time. Tie rod assembly nearly complete. Turn the wheel again. Now we can see what we're trying to see. Slide that guy in. Get the nut on it. All right, impacts coming in last time on the tie rod. Come here. And where's the hole? We're right Almost lined up. I can't see, the stud is turned here. A little bit more. How's that one? Good? The pin went in, so yeah, that's good. Excellent. But it's kind of at this stupid wrong type of angle here. I didn't really think that through, did I? So we'll bend it in sections. All right, that one goes up and over. And the other one is gonna go around. Yeah, like so. There. Eee, did it wrong. Man, something was bugging me. I knew something wasn't right. I skipped a step. You guys know, you saw it though, didn't you? I didn't see it. No worries, we'll reach in there. 24 mil. We should be able to get a hold of that. No problem. Yep. Hey, that's why I missed it. It's over here on the floor, dangling around. You can't have that. All right, let's get this last bolt in. There, we'll get her threaded on. And 24 coming in. Finalized impacts. All right, time to redeem myself. Let's get that guy in. Begin forward clicking now. Come on now, get in there. Got it. Oh, come on, give back my socket. Mine also. All right, good to go. Alrighty folks, at this point we have completed this particular segment. The steering system has been brought back to life, the ball joints are changed. We've got new shock absorbing equipment on the vehicle with one exception, and that is these lateral shock absorbers right here. These are designed to prevent axle twisting under loads. I had to order a set of those guys. Those are on the way. And there's also a boatload of engine parts showing up pretty soon. We've got some intake stuff going on, some throttle body stuff going on, and I think a few other knick-knacky items that we're gonna do to this engine to unlock some of the hidden horsepowers and make this pony car have just a little bit more power. So that being said, as of right now, again, I'm on a parts hold, so we're gonna go ahead and close this one out right now. As always, hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, please feel free to let me know about that in the comment section down below. Tap that like button while you're down there. Again, if you missed part one, just revisit the links down in this video's description or in the pinned comment. It'll take you to the part one video where I screwed up the audio royally. But I think we've redeemed ourselves. So anyway, again, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later in a video, in a Mustang, in a transmission. Oh, wait, I forgot, don't go anywhere. That's just shiny. Woo, Mustang. Ultimate shiny. Hear that? There we go.